How you prepare for a golf tournament?
Well, I hit balls maybe 20 minutes, putt a little bit, smoke 4 or 5 cigarettes, drink 3 Diet Cokes, and go to the first tee. Some days I won't even go to the range.
We'll be better to what the hell do you say usually? We'll try to be better tomorrow.
Promise to be better.
Promise to be better. Yeah, that's right.
Come on, it's the slogan of the show, you son of a bitch.
How many promises have you broken?
I think we break it every day that we do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, that it's.
I mean, how many Emmys have you won?
They don't give out Emmys in radio.
What do they give out?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but we're never going to win it. I don't know what they give out for a Marconi. I believe it's called a Marconi.
I don't care that I haven't won anything for broadcasting.
Yeah,
but I never won shit as a sports writer.
But that bothers you, right?
It doesn't bother me, but it feels like somewhere along the line I should have won something. Maybe after I die, I'll get one of those posthumous awards.
I'm glad that you said it because I can't say that word.
What, posthumous?
Yeah, I can't say it.
Can you spell it?
No.
Posthumous?
There you go.
Yeah.
You're wonderful. That's why you're a hell of a writer.
I don't know if that's right, though.
I'm just going to say, I'm going to go with you and say it is right. That's what I'm going to do.
You playing Wordle yet?
I'm not playing Wordle. Now it's out on Wordle. I've always been out. I'm glad that you're not posting anymore about your Wordle score. I don't know what's worse about people. It's pictures of your golf swing or Wordle.
Oh, you love that when Joe Fan was doing that.
Joe Fan was a big, and I love Joe. We love Joe.
No, you don't love him that much.
I do. I like Joe.
Oh,
yeah, I do. Yes, I do. I don't, but I don't. Not a big golf swing guy. You know who violates hey, here's my video of my golf swing?
Curtis Crabtree.
No, Curtis doesn't do it. More than even Joe Fan used to. I don't think Joe Fan does it anymore. I haven't seen anything that Joe has posted about his golf swing. But we love you, Joe. Joe, if you're watching or listening, we love you. Jim doesn't, but I do.
I like Joe. Joe likes Joe too, I think.
Wouldn't you like Joe too? I mean, he's a talented guy, and he's good looking, living in Vegas, making money. What is he doing? Real estate?
Yeah, when I used to see Joe on Twitter, he used to have some hot babe at his side for the most part.
I think he probably still does, I would imagine. You know who violates the video of his golf swing more than anybody that you can recall? Our good friend, we had him on the show many, many times, Tim Brando.
Tim Brando, really?
Oh, God. And he does the full, and I love Brando, but he does the full golf swing. Yeah, has somebody hold it where it's not driving range. It's actually playing on the course. And then he tells you, God, parred this one, bogeyed the next 2, but boy, your guy finished strong with 3 straight birdies to shoot a 74. Like, he does the whole thing. It's like, no one cares what you shot on the golf course, Brando. Nobody.
How's his swing look?
It's okay. It's fine. It's good swing. Okay. But no one cares. Do you think anyone is like looking at his Twitter account and going, let's scroll. I'm going to scroll today. Let's see. What Jim shoot at Lost Tracks today? No one cares what you did on the golf course. God, why do people think that others care about that?
I don't know. Well, Tim Brando's kind of a big name in college football circles, and a lot of people play golf.
He is a big name. He's a huge name.
God, do you remember though when we had him on? You didn't. It was just kind of like
one question.
Yeah, it was kind of like Hugh, where you would just
very much
2 questions and. He just rambled on and on and on. And I remember looking at the time going, God, we got to go to break. And this guy's a broadcasting veteran. He doesn't realize how this works.
He would be perfect in this format. Radio, tough format. Hey, speaking of this format, let's actually officially get the show started here. On a Wednesday, August 14th, the latest version of the Daily Puck Drop, the DPD. I'm broadcasting live from the Puck Sports Studios. Built by Limback Lumber, the Northwest premier, a source of specialized lumber and moldings. They've been doing it since 1930. Summer is in full swing. That is a perfect time to build a new fence and deck. Call the fine folks at Limback Lumber, 206-782-3487. Visit them online at limbacklumber.com. You can follow Jim there on Twitter at Cougs Go, because at Go Cougs was taken. You can follow me on Twitter at Puck2040, also on Instagram, and all of our video clips of the show up on TikTok at Puck_sports, Facebook, Instagram, all of it, the whole kit and caboodle. We come every day at 10 a.m. on YouTube, where you can watch us. Boy, don't we look good. Jim's inside. He's out of the garage because the kids are gone. And, of course, you can listen to us on Apple, Spotify. And Jim, as you know, the kids say, wherever you find your podcasts.
Yeah. Well, yesterday I was out on a trail listening to pucksports.com. I listened to the DPD.
How was it?
I listened to Brad Adam talk about his dog puking. And I looked for Canzano, though. Is he posted somewhere?
No,
I couldn't find him.
No, it's I mentioned it. I should have been as I was talking to Brad. Well, he was on vacation.
Oh, okay.
He forgot to inform me that he was going on vacation. He goes, "Hey, I'm going on vacation. I forgot to tell you." I'm like, "That's okay.
Yeah,
no problem."
See, because I want to, Wednesday I want to be prepared when I come on, and I know you talk to Canzano, and usually there's some rumors about WSU and Oregon State. Wanted to be up to speed, and I wasn't sure why John wasn't on yesterday.
He's just on, I think, a little road trip with his girls. He'll be back next week. Yeah, so Brad Adams up there from yesterday. We talked about Robles. We talked about Julio. They had some good insight on Julio. I think we both agreed that the only reason he came back was somebody above management that said, "Hey, I think we need you to come back. I think we need to see you on Sunday Night Baseball."
You think so? I thought it was, I don't really agree with that. I think it was more Julio just saying, "Hey, man, I really, really, really want to play." And I would think there were some doubts in the front office, but since you're Julio Rodriguez, you can call some shots. Didn't go well, though, did it?
Didn't go well there, and I guess he was the lone bright spot in Tuesday's game with a double. But Jesus, my God, did they get the shit kicked out of them?
Yeah, I was shocked. I mean, I was working the Megadeth concert last night down here in Bend.
Yeah, I saw your video, and here I want to get back to Brad and the dog throw up because I want to know what you would have done. So remind me to come back to that.
Yeah,
but you posted video that you were on the South Deschutes Trail Watch. What does that mean?
That means
watch the trail.
There's a path across from the river, across from the amphitheater, and you're supposed to keep people off the path during the concert. And none of them understand why they have to do that, nor do I. But they've got their reasons. And so I was.
But isn't that a public path? Isn't that a public walkway?
It's actually
it doesn't interfere with the concert, does it?
Well, excuse me, sir. It's actually owned by the old mill, and it's a private path, and they allow the public to use it most of the time. But during the concert, I don't know. They got to me, they're bullshit reasons. I think what they want to eliminate are freeloaders that are hanging out there on the path, looking over at the amphitheater and taking in the show. Yeah,
that's what I would do.
Yeah. But last night,
how was Megadeth?
I mean, I'm into rock and roll, and I'm into like metal rock and roll, but heavy metal like these guys,
not your cup of tea.
God, it was just. And then whenever they talk to the crowd, every other word is the F word. It's like, hey man, it's so fucking good to be here, man. Leave all your fucking troubles at home and hang out with us, man. Hey,
you swear like a sailor. Why are you upset about that?
I don't know. Like I think when you use the F word, it should be used strategically. Like,
yeah, not just to say it.
But I mean, it seems like the guy was going out of his way. I mean, there was an 11-year-old that was up in the front row, and he was like, hey, man, look at this fucking kid. He's up here, And I'm going, he's 11 years old. You don't need to be swearing so much.
First of all, why is, can I ask why an 11-year-old? Why is an 11-year-old at a Megadeth concert? What am I missing?
Yeah. Well, you should have seen some of these fans. I was out on the south fence yesterday and watching people coming in. And I'm supposed to be looking for knives and weapons and the guy I work with, he's on top of it. And I'm just kind of going, hey, welcome, have a good time tonight. Families going to these shows last night. Everybody wearing black, skull and crossbones.
Yeah. I'm just not a heavy metal guy. That's like the one thing of music like I just don't like. Like every other kind of genre of music I can dance with, right? I'm not into that, any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Just never have been.
I had earplugs in, and you know,
Yeah.
these country shows, the girls show up and you're looking at them and you're going, oh my God, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's
Well,
beautiful.
they
The
really
heavy-
they really
the heavy-
doll them. They really doll themselves up at that
Yeah.
country concert.
And
The
you know-
country concerts, Jim, have turned into, for women, like when you're in college or you're just out of college, how women treat like Halloween.
Yeah.
Just how I mean, I'll just like, how slutty can I look? That's really what it turns into. It does. I mean, everybody knows that.
I don't think they're getting dressed and made up thinking I'm going to look like a slut tonight. By the way, there was
you
a
know
guy
what I'm talking about.
There was a guy last night with a T-shirt that said "I love sluts." Although it was a heart, you know, I heart sluts.
And the best thing, folks, it was the 11-year-old kid.
Well, you know how we are as guys, though. I mean, we look at girls and we're thinking, "Oh yeah, man, boy, that would be fun."
Well, of course, we're
last
meatheads. We're pigs.
Last night, Puck, there was one attractive woman going to that show that I saw. I mean, I'm sure
Heavy metals.
All these girls looked at me and like, "Oh God, you're trash too, pal." I mean, don't be judging us.
Hey, you snap back and say I'm 67 and I'm on Viagra. So listen up.
Actually, Cialis. But
Cialis.
yeah, I had to put earplugs in last night.
You know,
it was just too loud.
Well, you didn't miss anything on that game. I'm going to tell you that. It was funny. You remember our good buddy Chris Crawford? You know Chris,
yeah,
right? Does the Molly Wop with Ian on KJR and does his My Oh My post game show.
Hey, we've talked about this off the air, or as Chris Kidd used to say, off wax.
Yeah.
Whenever he said off wax, I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, kid?
I never understood how the wax meant air. I never could quite get that.
Yeah. But no, we think Chris would be a good replacement for us, don't we?
Chris is fantastic. I think Chris is a you know, and he's a fantastic radio host.
Yeah.
Really is. Really does a nice job. Yeah. I mean, well, I don't know if I want Chris to replace us because I mean he might be better than us. So I don't know if I want that. No, I'm just joking. No,
When are they going to replace us? Is it that tough to replace us?
I
mean, we weren't that good.
We were terrible. So I don't know. It should be an easy thing. Put anybody on there, it's gonna be better. Anyways, so you know how Chris, he does a My OY post game show on YouTube every night. Are you aware? Every night
I'm aware of it, but I haven't seen it or listened to it, and I should.
Check it out. He does it. I mean, it's unbelievable. He does it every night. Last night it was 20 seconds.
That was it?
Because he's just like, what do you want me to tell you? They got their asses kicked. All right. I'm not going to break this game down. We'll talk to you later. I just was funny. Made me laugh. Because that's what it was like. I barely watched. We were out celebrating a friend's birthday party. I didn't see any of it. Came back, watched the highlights. I'm like, well, okay. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. I didn't know until 11 o'clock. I was at the Safeway, and I just said, and I forgot to bring my phone. I had issues with my phone yesterday.
Yeah,
you know, these ports, you know, the ports that you stick the charger into. I couldn't charge it for a while because it got too dirty. The guy at Verizon was trying to sell me a new phone, and it turned out all I needed to do was clean the port. And then I forgot my phone last night, so I had no idea what happened with the Mariners. And I was mad at myself. I was mad at myself because I thought, God, I could have listened to the game tonight while I'm standing out here doing nothing but looking at, you know, ugly women going to this show.
Do you think they had? I'm just wondering. Do you think it's maybe baseball's not like this, and maybe you know, people like us in this industry, we make stuff, we blow stuff out of proportion, right? We do this all the time. But you brought this up after that last game in Seattle, Detroit, and you asked, "Hey, how do you think the Tigers feel when Mitch Haniger comes out and goes, yeah, we should beat those guys. We're better than them." And I thought, I said, they are better than them. And you were like, "Are you sure about that?" I said, "Well, yeah, I think so." Yeah, well, no, I said, "Yeah, I am sure about it. They are better than them." Do you think? I agree with you. Do you think they use that as motivation? They came out and they beat the tar out of them. And I'm just wondering, because you were the only one that brought it up that I heard. And I think back on, I go, "Hey, Jim, let's give Jim some kudos here." Do you think they use that as motivation a little bit? It's like, hey, man,
Well, Puck, if they did, I didn't see any quotes. I mean, I was looking, the Detroit perspective on the game last night. I
You didn't
didn't
see anything?
I didn't see anything about
All right.
that, but well, I don't know why. I mean, I understand why Mitch said it because he believes it, and you look at the record and you're going, yeah, they are better, but it's not. They're not the White Sox. I mean, what they got
Right.
like? Are they 4 or 5 games better than the Tigers record
I
wise?
6. That's only 6 games separates them.
Yeah, so that's not
Yeah.
that much. It's not like the Mariners are all that great. And then Haniger to say that. I mean,
Yeah.
they were lucky as hell to get one win out of that 3-game series in Seattle. That right fielder could have made that play.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so I don't know. It was just one of those nights. I don't even know what you do. I understand why Chris Crawford just said 20 seconds and let's just forget
I
about
don't
it.
know. I think you just there a lot. There was a video posted by Daniel Kramer, and
I
so
saw
having
that.
not watched the game, I went back and watched the highlights. A lot was made, I guess, of how annoyed George Kirby was about the defense played behind him. Did you see the video? Which I am assuming these were the cut-ups of the plays that he was annoyed about. What did you think about him? I'll be honest with you. Yeah, there were some in there that certainly needed to be made. I didn't think they were as egregious as what I read about.
No, they were all, to me, I thought the same thing, and I watched Kramer's video, and, the one to Dylan Moore, I mean, Justin Turner, he was ranging, wide to his right because he was thinking that maybe he needed to make the play on the ground ball, scurried to get back to first base and just happened to, miss getting his foot on the bag. That was a tough one, and then Kirby was over there to cover. But the one, I don't know why they changed the scoring call on Rivas.
Rivas?
Yeah, because I mean, even if Turner had fielded it cleanly, he might have been safe.
That's a bang play.
Yeah, it was.
That kid was busting his ass up the line.
Yeah.
I am with you on that one. I mean, people are getting real down on him, and I'm like,
Plus,
even if he
anymore,
makes
and I understand throwing errors, if it's not in the air when it gets to first base, but I bet you anything Turner's went to the dugout going, hey, Skip, I should have had that one. The first baseman, I mean, they short hop, long hop, they make those plays all the time. That wasn't that tough a one for a major league first baseman. Plus, the guy looked like he might have been safe anyway. I don't know why they changed it, and so then it made Kirby's line look a hell of a lot better, 6 earned instead of 11.
I mean, I know he's a major league first baseman, but I do still think that that's a tough play to make. But
I do too. I do too. But Turner, I swear, don't you think Turner thinks he should have made it?
I think they all say that. It's like what Rojas said to Kirby after the game. Hey, we let you down. See, the Rojas, like the couple of plays, that there was one play that Rojas was going to his left off his glove. Okay, I get that. But people are coming down on him for the first ball in that video that was hit. That's he's playing hot corner. That ball is coming in hot. My thought was, that was a pretty good job of just knocking it down.
Yeah,
making the throw like that. To me, that is not. I'm not coming down on Josh Rojas on that one. And then the other one where it was a slow chopper that he went into foul territory to get. He's running his ass off to get it and then trying to throw it back across his body. His momentum is going right, throwing left, and it's offline. I'm like, I found, at least, unless we're missing something, that there were other plays. I just didn't find that highlight package of the lowlights to be like this. Yeah. Oh my God, George Kirby got killed by his defense last night, because that's how it was portrayed in like articles. Yeah. And that's how it was. Well, actually, hold on. Let me backtrack. Not portrayed in articles. That was like how it was portrayed by Scott Service and then people on social media. But I mean, maybe we're the idiots and wrong, but.
No, I'm with you on that. I watched that whole thing and I thought, okay, I could see where, you could maybe make it an error, maybe make it a hit. It wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe he booted that one. And the thing about George Kirby, though, you can't show emotions like that.
He's got to stop doing that.
He can't do that. You know why? Because they're going to make some tremendous plays behind you too, and it's going to even out.
Yes.
And you can't be that upset about a team. And then that's a bad look. That's a really
I'm
bad
with you.
Like what if you're out there in the outfield or wherever you're playing behind Kirby, and he's serving up like last night. I mean, you could have made a case if you want bad body language. If I'm Victor Robles or whatever, and I'm watching Kirby behind me, going, man, he sucks tonight. And then being like, oh God, when are we gonna get a guy up in the bullpen? You can't. I don't know. That's not cool for Kirby. I mean, he shouldn't be doing that.
I'm with you. I'm with you 100% on that. And you know how I feel about him. I mean, I love George Kirby, but that stuff where he like visibly looks back and stares at people, that I wouldn't as a teammate. And I know Rojas went up to him during an inning and again apologized. I wouldn't stand for that shit. I really wouldn't. I'd be like, hey man, I get it. You're upset. We need to make plays, but we'll make a play for you. But stop doing that.
Yeah.
Stop trying to show us up back there because you're right. It goes hand in hand because there's going to be plays that they make for him that shouldn't be made. And I know it's part of his personality, but it's something I would think that he needs to work on.
Yeah, especially on a night when he didn't have his best stuff. I mean, a guy had 7 runs batted in off of George Kirby. I mean, that's insane.
He was getting hit hard, and he was leaving stuff in the middle of the plate. That's not the fault of his defense.
No.
That's the fault of George Kirby.
I just thought, I'm with you, man. I thought the whole defensive play of the Mariners last night was blown out of proportion because they scored 1 run. So even if Kirby had just given up 2 or 3, they were going to lose anyway. And it made it worse when it was 15-1, but they weren't going to win that game. If they had made every one of those plays, they weren't going to win the game anyway, were they?
No, I don't think so. How about, did you see you read about it. You probably saw the highlights. How about when Luis Rivas came in to pitch? He threw a ball 46 miles an hour. God,
I hate that that was the part I missed about the game the most. I love it when position players come in and pitch.
46, though. I've got 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds that throw faster than that.
Yeah. Well, it's an scoreless inning. I mean, I actually think it's a weapon when they throw it slow. It takes me back to I don't know, Little League or watching Mikey and Stevie play when some kid came in and threw slower than the last kid. You can't get your timing down. You overswing, you pop it up. I mean, it's just you think it's going to be, boy, this is like batting practice out here, but for whatever reason it isn't. I mean, if you left Rivas in for 3 innings, he'd just be tattooed, but 1 inning, you can get through it.
Yeah. I thought it was great. It was awesome. Yeah. It was awesome to see, but it was like, I'm kind of with you. I think it rattles them because they're used to 98 and they see that. Maybe they should use it more often.
No. And then I was thinking there was a game not too long ago where Cade Marlowe came up against a position player, and I forget which team it was against. But, I mean, the first 2 pitches were called strikes, and I'm sitting there going, if you're Cade Marlowe and you strike out, looking at 3 pitches from a position player, now I think he grounded out. But still, I mean, it's a no-win if you're the batter. If you're the batter and you get a hit, it's like, well, that was a position player. And then if you go out, it's like, I can't believe you went out against a position player.
Well, you get Brian Woo's on the mound today. The Tigers, you're 1 win away from winning your $50 bet with me because we bet that the Tigers would. You bet $50 that the Tigers would win the series. So if you get it today, it's over. You need 1 more win. They're going with an opening starter today, so they're doing that whole thing again. That Bo Bresky, he starts today.
I read about him. Did you read about him? That's a great story.
I did not know. Inform me. I didn't know anything about him.
27th round pick by the Tigers in 2019 out of Colorado State, not Fort Collins, Colorado State, Pueblo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was a position player till he was a high school senior. And I'm looking forward to seeing Bo Brisky. He's going to bring the bacon home for Papa. See, it's
$50.
It's a new day. It's a new day with your pucksports.com podcast. I mean, I sucked on the radio show at Making Bets with You, but now that you've shifted over to this format, I'm going to be winner, chicken dinner every single time.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait to send you $50. Hey, I found this funny. And I want to make sure I can play the audio. I don't know if I can play the audio or the video because it's like screwing around here today, but hopefully it plays. So the reporters were able to catch up with Victor Robles yesterday. Talk about the new contract extension.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did the interview with an interpreter.
Did he?
And I bring that up because I don't know why this makes me laugh. So he met with like Kramer, I think Jude and those guys with an interpreter. Like before he met with them, he did this video for the Mariners social media account. Hold on, let me make sure I can play this. Hold on. It's really screwing up, and I don't know why it's not. Oh, my God, it's just not playing. I don't know what's going on with my media today. The stuff that I play.
Hey, Mariners fans, this is Victor Robles. I just want to share with you guys how happy I am to stay here in Seattle for the next couple of years. Thank you for all the love and support that you guys give me every day. God bless you all. Let's put the trident up. Let's go.
Okay, did you get all that?
Yeah.
So why, when he meets with Daniel Kramer and Adam Jude, does he need an interpreter to do the interview? Does this guy look like he can't do the interview in English?
Victor Robles. I just want to share with you guys how happy I am to stay here in Seattle for the next couple of years. Thank you for all the love and support that you guys give me every day. God bless you all. Let's put the trident up. Let's go.
I know, but we need to give him a break on that, don't we? I mean, we can mock away if we want, but
we're mocking. I mean, but,
no, but remember,
he doesn't need an interpreter.
Ichiro's English was fine, but he always had an interpreter.
But we mocked him. I mean, I did. It was ridiculous that he had an interpreter. It was a joke. Ichiro's English was better than the white guys on the team.
I know. I think we cut him some slack though because he was Ichiro.
Well, of course.
Has Robles explained why when his English seems so good?
I just think it's funny that he does something on the Mariners social media account, and then 20 minutes later is doing an interview with the Mariners reporters, and I need my interpreter Freddie here to do the interview. So,
hey, didn't you and Duquette kind of call that one? I mean, talking about having an extension.
Duquette said it would be something like Duquette. I asked Jim. I said, "What if you did an extension for him? What would it be?" And Jim said, "Well, he said, I'd do probably a year at $5 million with an option for a second year." Now
that's
he kind
of ballpark of what he got, wasn't it?
A ballpark what he got. I mean, he got 2 years, $9.7 million. So
yeah.
I mean, it's a good deal. I mean, it works and doesn't penalize you too much. I mean, I like it. I mean, what about you? That's right, because we didn't talk yesterday. Do you like the deal? You like what they did?
Yeah, yeah, I do. And that's not that much money. I mean, even if you have to eat $10 million and he goes back to the way he played with the Nationals. Well, okay, but you've seen enough that you feel like, okay, we can make a commitment to this guy, and you know what I love too? I love seeing a guy when he says, "I love it here in Seattle, and I want to be a long-term member here," because we don't get that much with the Mariners.
You don't get it at all. Yeah, you don't get it. Hey, I played this yesterday on Hey What the Puck, but I want to get your thoughts on this one. Have you followed at all the Deion Sanders drama?
I have.
He's got an issue with CBS.
Yeah, I heard the CBS one that you played, and then also there was a local reporter that Sanders just went out of his way to be a dick to.
So you've heard this one. I want to play that. You've heard this one.
That question, I guess. Next guy.
Eric Christensen with CBS Sports Colorado.
CBS,
Tyler,
I'm not doing nothing with CBS. Next question.
Joe Rigo, Miles.
Ain't got nothing to do with you. This is above that. Ain't got nothing to do with you. I got love for you. I appreciate, respect you. Ain't got nothing to do with you.
But I'm not going to answer your question.
I'm here in Denver, not national.
You are who you are. CBS is CBS.
All right.
Joe
Ain't got
Rigo,
nothing to
Miles.
do with you. I respect you. That's why I told you that. Look in your eyes. Yeah. I respect you. I got love for you.
You got sunglasses on, Dion.
It's foul.
You got sunglasses on. You're not showing him respect. I'm showing you respect, but I'm wearing dark sunglasses inside, so you can't see my eyes.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. What'd you say? It was because CBS National rated him the second worst coach in the Big 12?
Months ago, CBSSports.com, which is literally no affiliation with the CBS outlet, I guess under the same umbrella, but no connection with the CBS reporter from Denver, ranked him as the second worst coach in the Big 12, and he got his panties in a bunch.
Yeah.
But he is. I mean, my God, he's 4-8 last year. Their team's going to be bad again this year. Not going to have a winning record, and he's going to leave after this year. He's not. Do you think he's sticking around after his kid leaves? Can you? I don't think he will. I think he'll leave.
No, he's going to be going somewhere else. But yeah,
does anyone want him?
So yeah, I got mixed feelings on Deion Sanders because I thought it was kind of cool the way they started the season, and he's always been flashy and fun, but that was not a good look with that reporter or the other one. And people probably don't care. I mean, it's kind of cool to be rude to reporters, I guess. But
it is. It's kind of in style now, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
I think because of the former president, he made that seem like it was kind of cool to do that.
He really went after the one guy just when he was asking about the improvement to the offensive line. I wish I'd play that one. The guy was just like, I think how do you beef up your offensive line or something to that degree? He's like, well, I don't understand what that means. And he's like, I don't know. How do you get it better? Or why don't we say improve? It was odd. And he just came across as a guy that I think knows that his team's not going to be good. And he's very frustrated. He just seems scared and agitated.
Yeah. Well, I hope his team sucks. Like every other Pac-12 team that left. I got a lot of teams I'm rooting against this year. There's quite a few.
I feel like there's one team I'm not rooting against.
I still don't feel like this is actually happening. I'm in denial.
It is. It is when you turn your TV on November 30th and see 20 people in the stands at Martin Stadium as we play the Wyoming Cowboys.
No, but we're going to be 11-0 going into that game.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good with 11-0. All right. Real quick before we get to the hey, what the puck? Seahawks Titans. They'll have the joint practices this week and then play on Saturday. I think we talked about this before, but are we hoping someone goes after Jamal Adams or what?
Yeah, I would like to see that. Well, okay, here's what's going to happen. Everybody's anticipating there's going to be a fight because whenever they have these joint practices, no matter who the teams are, there are fights. There won't be a fight. There probably will not be a fight.
Oh, that's disappointing.
No. And then I heard you yesterday talking about DK Metcalf, and you hope that he's involved in a fight. But you really don't want him involved in a fight, do you? I mean, deep down. I mean, the sports radio.
Because I don't want him to get hurt.
I mean, the podcast guy in you wants that to happen. But,
no. I want him to get in a fight.
I mean, okay, I don't really want to read Matt Calkins, come. Oh, here's DK Metcalf again, cementing his reputation as, a guy that goes off between the lines. Matt, I don't want to read that shit. Okay.
I want to read that in the Kitsap Sun with Jim Moore. Excuse me, is it your week to write for the News Tribune or is it Danny O'Neill?
It was Danny this week, but God, I told you I wrote about that NFL kickoff thing for the Kitsap Sun, and the guy never got back to me. Didn't run it.
Well, I don't.
It's available for pucksports.com if you want it.
Put it up. Let's send it to me. I'll put it up on our website.
All right, I'll have to doctor it a little bit, but I'll send it to you.
Sure. AI. I want to actually with hey, what the puck? There's a Wyoming reporter's in trouble with AI. All right, so you hope there's no fights. You don't think there'll be a fight?
I don't think. Yeah. If I had to bet one way or the other, I'm going to say no fight because everyone is thinking there will be, and I hope that DK's not involved. But I would like to see Adams get the shit beat out of him. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
Okay. Yeah.
And that reporter that he trashed on, that wife of the reporter, I bet she's rooting for that to happen too.
Real quick, I think we made the announcement yesterday, but the daily, I think it did. Daily Puck Drop. We got a couple weeks for this. September 9th, Daily Puck Drop. We'll be going live every day, 10 a.m. We're doing live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we have a streaming app that is available by then. We're working very, very hard behind the scenes on that one. But we'll be doing it at 10 a.m. every day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Jim will be a part of it. I think he'll be a part of it. I hope he will. I don't think I've actually.
What's been the reaction so far? I mean, because I know that's important.
Good.
I know that's important to you to have it live.
I'd like to do it live.
I don't know if it's that important to people who are watching. I have no idea.
We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what the reaction is. If people don't like it, then we can always go back. I mean, it will be available later for people to watch and listen. I mean, it's not like I'm not gonna podcast it later, because the podcast has been huge, and it's going to be the same format. It's going to be longer than what we did on radio, and you'll be able to listen and watch it later. But yeah, I think that there's a appetite. I think I've heard back from not a ton of people on it, but I think that they're excited about it going live. When we've done live shows, the numbers have been great. So I want to do it. I think that we can offer something at 10 a.m. that it's not really available out there. So yeah, I think we're going to do it. And football season's a great way to start. I just think that there's an opening at 10 a.m.
What are you saying?
I just think there's a desire for people to listen and watch the show at 10. So that's what we're going to do.
I know, but are you saying more than that, as far as like, are you taking subtle shots at KJR?
No, I'm not taking a shuttle. Not taking a shuttle. Not taking any
programming.
No, I'm just saying I think we can step in and be okay.
Okay. I don't know why I find that
I just
amusing.
you know what, I really want to do it. Because I just want it's a normal time slot, and it's just used to it. So we're gonna give it a shot. And
okay, well, how's it going to work? How's it going to work? You got the daily puck drop, and then it's going to morph into.
We'll morph into the guests. We'll start at 10. We'll probably go to 11:30. You don't have to be a part of the whole thing, and then we'll have our. I'm not going to ask you to do all that. And then we'll have our guests that will be a part of it. We'll sync them up to be kind of on their normal times that we've been recording them. And some of them will be pre-recorded. Here's a little known fact for all you people that devour sports radio. A lot of the interviews are taped. I know maybe you know that.
Always say that. God, at 7:10, they wanted to make it like, let's trick the listeners into thinking we're doing this live.
It's so obvious that when it's taped, I mean, it's just hilarious. But anyways, I'm not going to pretend that we don't tape interviews. So some of the interviews that we have will be taped. I know for instance, like Mike Garofolo, he's run around all over the place. There'll be some times I got to tape him. Rob Staten, because of time difference issues with him being in London, we'll tape that. That's fine, and I'm not trying to trick anyone. We'll just do a live show at 10, and then I'll just incorporate the videos into the live stream. I think it'll be good.
But you're expecting me to be available live. You're not going to tape with me.
Yes.
Are those other people more important than me, or what?
No, they're not. No one's more important than you.
So what are you going to do? Cut me out at like 10:45 and say,
we'll see. You can do whatever. Sure, you can do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
I'll leave it open to you. All right, let's get to Hey, What the Puck. It's brought to you by Restoration One, North Seattle, your restoration company that lets you avoid the stress of water, fire, and mold damage with their property restoration services. Locally owned and operated. Make them your first call when damages affect your residential or commercial property. 206-817-8917. Visit them online at restoration1.com, the North Seattle franchise. It starts today. I was hoping you had some betting lines on it, but doubt you do. Little League World Series gets started today in Williamsport. And, of course, we ask this question every year. Is it rock bottom if you bet on 12-year-olds baseball?
Not at all. Not at all. What's wrong with that? They've got betting lines on it. ESPN's broadcasting the games. You got to have some action watching the game. I mean, why not?
So you don't have a problem with this?
Florida. I mean, I have a little bit of information for you. I think Florida's favored to win the whole thing.
Florida's favored?
I mean, slightly.
And we do have opening lines right now at Bovada. We've got the Caribbeans favorites today. Mexico minus 145 against Aruba today. The heavy favorite. Jesus, the Hawaii team is minus 4,000 against New England.
Wow. How's South Hill looking in the betting line?
South Hill they don't have theirs up right now. I don't see it.
Oh, okay. All right, but
because they don't play until Friday.
Okay.
They play the winner. South Hill out of Puyallup plays the winner of the Southeast and Midwest.
Why is this even a topic, honestly? Like, what's the big deal about betting on kids playing baseball?
I don't know. They're 12.
I know, but ESPN's showing them.
I think this team's really good. I know they faced out of Seattle, I think the North Central team. I think this team's like really, really good. So we'll see. Good luck. I hope they win the whole damn thing. It'd be great. It'd be great to see it. Did the team last year get to the championship? Or they got close, didn't they?
I can't remember.
Well, good luck. They by the way, there's a watch party And I've been to this barn. It's a great barn. So on Friday, if you want to watch South Hill Little League play, the Loose Wheel.
The Loose Wheel's great.
Yeah, great barn. Loose Wheel is hosting a watch party for South Hill. So if you want to go watch it.
Spent a lot of time at the Loose Wheel, lubing up for some of those Pierce College games at the Puyallup Rec Center.
Hey, last thing before we go, there's a Wyoming reporter got caught for using fake quotes generated by AI. When are you going to start using AI to write your columns? Is it getting close, or would you do that? Like, when will you use AI to write a column?
Okay, number one, I hate all that AI shit.
You do?
I absolutely hate it.
Surprised by that.
Except
for this?
I've got one asterisk because my wife is heavily investing in NVIDIA, and we watch that stock every single day to see how it's doing. And NVIDIA apparently is behind AI. And so I'm excited about that and hope it continues to go up. It went up yesterday, but other than that, the guy thought they were actual quotes and they were made up. Well, that's better than plagiarism, isn't it? I mean, that seems like an honest mistake.
It's the same. I mean, come on, using AI. But I bet there's a lot of people that use AI to write these columns. All right, that's it. Hey, What the Puck, brought to you by Restoration One. Make them your first call when damages affect your residential or commercial property, Jim. Give them a call at 206-817-8917. Visit them online at restoration1.com. North Seattle franchise. Another edition of the Daily Puck Drop in the books. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're talking a lot faster. I know why you're trying to wrap it up, too. You got to get going.
I've got stuff to do.
I know you
got
do.
stuff to do. All right, it's the Daily Puck Drop in the books on a Wednesday, August 14th. New episodes every single day of the DPD drop at 10 a.m. And then our weekly guests drop at 1 o'clock. Today it's Wednesday, so we'll talk to Ryan Divish, today's Seattle Times, get his thoughts on the ass-kicking yesterday and just general thoughts on the M's. That will come out at 1 o'clock. YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever you find your podcast. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Everything helps the cause. And, of course, all the content up at pucksports.com. We'll talk to you later. As always, Jim, remember, we promise to be better.
No shoes, no ties.
Would anybody like to smoke some pot?
Yeah.
I was born to love you. I was born to lick your face. I was born to rub you. But you were born to rub me first.
What do you need my address for?
We'd like to send out a mailer.
Mother of mercy, I don't speak Japanese!